wrestling fans, and welcome to this edition of Tag Team. I'm your host, Cesar Scorpio, alongside the invincible E. Vincent.
Hey.
This week's TNA Impact Wrestling Review started off with Sting and Hulk Hogan. Sting, of course, is in the monitor. Hulk Hogan is walking around, and Joker Sting, freaky-looking guy, turns around. I'm your nightmare, baby. Hulk Hogan goes to the ring, calls out Mr. Anderson, because he's the only one that can really regulate Sting for some reason. He's his yang to his yang. Whatever.
So.
Either way, calls him out, and Mr. Anderson is in denial that anybody ever helped him
I won
win
this
that
on
championship.
my own. I didn't do it with anybody's help. It was all me.
Yeah, Unified Wrestling doesn't have any pictures of Bischoff doing this
Not
in
at
the
all.
ring.
Not at all.
No. Anyway, Hulk Hogan says, you're on crazy pills. Coincidence, we say crazy pills. Because what happens? Sting comes out.
Crazy.
After tearing apart Immortal. He goes off on Bully Ray, Abyss, and the newly acquired Scott Steiner.
On my back.
So he ends up coming into the ring, takes care of Hulk Hogan after Mr. Anderson clears the ring. Smart move by the champion. And Sting lets Hogan have it. Where is the old Hogan? Not the Hollywood Hogan. The old red and yellow Hulk Hogan. Where is he? Remember? Say your prayers. Take your vitamins.
Take your vitamins.
Remember?
I got your vitamins right here.
Vitamins. I cram them down. Get out. Yeah, anyway, that's Sting. Making Hulk Hogan chug down these vitamins. Finally comes to the rescue Immortal. After they recovered from getting their beat down by Sting. Here comes Bully Ray. Sting! 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 You know what? You're going down! You're gonna fight! Yeah!
Scott Steiner.
Steiner! Yeah, that's Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner is furious! What did he say?
Give me a little notice next time!
Yeah, he was very upset. But anyway, welcome to Immortal, buddy! Yeah! After that, we had X Division qualifiers here for this little tournament we're having for the contract. Beautiful, beautiful match. Again, they pump out good matches, these divisions here. Matt Bentley versus Jimmy Yang and Low-Key, a.k.a. Caval. Yes, he's back, the bald man from Brooklyn. This guy took care of business along with Jimmy Yang. That guy was impressive. I mean, you wear an Elvis costume, you better have some skills in the ring.
Bring it when you dress up like Elvis.
He brought it. He brought it. So to say the least, it's great to see Low-Key back here in the big time wrestling. We're talking about TNA. Great to see him back. X Division. He is my choice to take it all the way.
It could happen.
He's going to win the contract. I'm calling it right now. Scorpio says. All right, Scorpio says. Anyway, ends this match with a double stomp from the top rope that he calls Warrior's Way. And yeah, he's on his way to the next round. Anyway, after that, we had a knockout championship defense. And I don't know how this was in Mickie James' favor, but it was Mickie James' elimination match versus Miss Tessmacher, Tara, Angelina Love, Madison Rain, and Winter. Ends up coming down to the end where Winter and Angelina Love are in the ring, and they have her down. Mickie James is on the ground, ready to be pinned. Then the argument starts. Angelina Love's about to pin her, but Winter says, No, it's my turn. You had your turn. Now it's my turn. It's my turn. Now.
And Mickie James has time to recover.
Yeah, she goes down, and Mickie James does the cover, retains the championship. Now we ask the question: turmoil here in paradise? Is Angelina Love and Winter? Is the honeymoon over? What's going on with that?
And not quite yet, but the cracks are showing up in the thing that has the cracks.
See what happens when you let her talk?
Exactly. See? Should have kept her on those pills.
Yep. Should have kept her on the pills. Yeah. Now who's laughing? Yeah. It's only a matter of time before she turns on you, Winter.
It's gonna happen.
Should have kept her on the pills.
It's gonna happen.
Sting has a grip. Just ask Sting. He'll give you some. Anyway, after that,
Crazy pills.
We had the contract signing. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. But a few other guys decided to join the party. We had Jerry Lynn. Yeah, that dude came out of a rock. We had RVD came out, and Christopher Daniels, and of course AJ Styles. They're all out there saying, "I invented the X Division." No, I did. No, not you. Me. I invented the X Division. I invented the X Division.
I perfected it.
I did it. Anyway, it wasn't either of us. It was probably us, but we perfected it. Hey. Yeah. Anyway, this ends up being a 4-way match for next week. Yeah. We do it for the fans. Yeah, you do it for the fans, and you moved it to next week. Great. I could be dead by then. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Jerry.
Thanks for nothing, man. Anyway, The fans didn't really like it, but hey, we got something to look forward to next week. Not to mention the return of the Forgotten Son, Invincible Vincent's favorite luchador. We're talking about Marvelous Jack Evans. Your dream came true, baby. How do you feel that Mr. Evans is in TNA?
I think it's awesome.
Nice.
Hey, Jack Evans is legit. You just check it out. Just check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, if you like AJ Styles, if you like Sin Cara, this guy brings it. To me, he is the perfect piece of this TNA X Division puzzle. Woo! This guy's been asking it for months. If you've been watching our show, you know that this guy is in love with Jack Evans.
Let's not get crazy.
I love me some Jack Evans. He's been telling me that all the time, but whatever. TNA granted his wish.
Look,
Jack Evans is there.
Dude wrestle. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Anyway, after that we had Gunner versus AJ Styles. While they're in the ring, Gunner just made his way in there and decided to pound on AJ Styles.
For no good reason.
He ends up winning the match after forgot that referee's name.
Earl
Hebner, thank you very much.
Oldie McOlderson.
That guy can't move out of the way fast enough, so AJ Styles can't hit his move. Anyway, long story short, Gunner wins. Gunner is leading the Bound for Glory tournament. He's got 21 points. Guy's got 3 touchdowns, man. Nice lead for Gunner. Down the chart, we have Crimson with 17. Matt Morgan with 14. AJ Styles with 14. James Storm, Beer Money, with 14. Rob Van Dam with 7. Scott Steiner with 7. And Bully Ray with 7. Newly acquired points here by Devon. 7 points after defeating Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, 0 points along with the Pope. Unfortunate. But hey, that's the way the donut rolls, right? Samoa Joe should know about that. Anyway, next we had Mexican America come out and do their thing. Orale!
You really don't like Anarchy.
Anarchy sounds like a motorcycle. Man, that guy's a disgrace. Anyway, after the Super Mex can't speak, calls himself the president of Mexican America.
I forgot his line.
Then he gives it to I think he did. Then he gives it to the talking motorcycle. Yeah, great. Another guy we can't understand. Anyway, the British Invasion comes out. Thank goodness somebody can speak some English and decides to say, "You haven't gone through everybody. You're not the number 1 contender for the tag team belts. You haven't gone through us." Tell me if I'm wrong, E. But didn't these guys just lose to Beer Money?
Wow, yes, they did.
I mean, they want another match. So whatever. Hey, I mean, who else? What other tag teams is there out there, right? Well, whatever. TNA's down to 3 tag teams. Great.
Well, Eric Young is doing the solo thing right now. So.
Yeah. Orlando Jordan is nowhere to be seen. Man, whatever. Anyway, that ends up happening. So that's going to be another match set up here for next week. Tag team match for the number 1 contendership. We'll see how that works out. Next week, looks like they're piling everything in for before Destination X.
Yeah, this next week's show seems like it's going to be pretty heavy.
The chain. All right.
Don't miss it.
Do not miss that. And if you do, check the spoiler. But you got to check it. You got to check the show.
Gotta watch the show.
We got these guys coming in. Jack Evans. You can't read about Jack Evans. You got to see Jack Evans. You will not be disappointed. Telling you. Just saying. Last here was the main event. Sting defeating Scott Steiner. What a surprise! I had all my chips on Scott Steiner. Yeah, right. Anyway,
I didn't see that coming.
After he does that, Mr. Anderson attacks Sting. Who comes to Sting's rescue?
Kurt Angle?
What? Kurt Angle? The guy that number 1 contender? Of course, because the belt belongs to Mr. Anderson. Trying to prove his point. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Exactly. That's what's happening with Mr. Anderson. That's what's happening with Kurt Angle. So expect to see some more drama here next week, just before the pay-per-view. Whether or not it's going to partake in the defending of the championship, who knows? There might be 2 pay-per-views in the same month. Looks like there might be. What's the TNA thing? I'm made out of money? Whatever. Apparently they do. That's all the information we have for this TNA review. Let's get started with Invincible Vincent's 3 the hard way. What you got for us, C?
Okay. This week, everybody saw the promo that CM Punk did on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, man!
But what sets this promo apart from other promos in the past is that it sort of made a bunch of people question whether this was actually part of the show or was this guy just going off the rails.
Real! That was real!
If you just watch it, it looks to be the biggest bridge burning in the history of the WWE.
The nice knowing you see a Punk.
you know, if it was a work, they followed it right up with a suspension, removing all his info from the WWE website.
CM Punk's great. He's the best. Don't get me wrong. He's got a great poker face, and he delivers lines like nobody's business. But is he that good?
Looks like it.
Man, if he's that good, if this was all part of the angle, wow, is all I got to say.
Yeah,
but I don't think it is. I think this is legit. His last day is going to be on the 17th. Show's over, lights out. He's going to TNA or Ring of Honor or wherever he said he's going to go. He's dropping too many names. WWE doesn't do that.
Well, I think the fact that people are questioning it is just a great work of bending reality.
True.
So
good point.
Either way, it's awesome.
Good point.
Moving on, Low-Key. I am so glad to see this guy show up in TNA. He worked with WWE under the name Kaval. He got released. Actually, I believe he asked for his release at the end of last year. And since then, he's been here and there. But it's good to see him pop up over here on TNA.
Oh, baby.
The skills that he's got, I think, are perfect for the X Division. And he was basically kind of dying on the vine when he was over in WWE.
Wasted talent. But WWE likes to do that. They waste talent.
Yeah, I mean, they had him in a string of losing matches where if you watch the matches, like, he's all over the place. Dynamic is all get out.
TNA has a company made out of nothing but WWE rejects. What does that tell you?
Very good.
Man, what a shame. What a shame.
So
great to see him back.
Great to see him.
Again, my choice in winning this whole win the contract tournament here. Love to see him. What else we got here?
It's not a bad bet. Moving on, TNA and just the moves that they've been making lately. I like the direction that they're going.
Good point.
Between the way they got the Bound for Glory series set up with the point system, it's basically just a recipe for a bunch of great matches. The X Division qualifiers. Every single one of these three-way matches that they've had so far have been just off the chain. Nothing, you know. This one tonight was no exception.
Nope. Wait till next week.
Yeah. Tight. The changes in personnel and the way they've actually been moving some personnel around to make them fit or give them a better fit in the places that they are. Like Rob Terry being moved over to.
Good point. Good point here. Eric Young. TV Championship.
Yeah.
Bringing back the six-sided ring here for Destination X. Contract here, swapping wrestlers here with AAA.
Yeah, everybody was upset.
Awesome.
Earlier this year when Jay Lethal disappeared, all of a sudden he's popping up. Looks like he's going to be with All Wheels Wrestling. Looks like it might be a good move. Just doing a bunch of small moves that look like they're adding up to just moving in the right direction. So
good point.
Good job, TNA. Keep it going.
All right. Good to hear. That's all the information we have for our TNA Impact Wrestling review. Remember that we still have this poll going on. Miss Chessmacher, and Eve. Come on, what's going to take it to get you guys to vote? You guys don't have a favorite lady?
Come on.
Do you prefer me to have other people in there? I could easily put Orlando Jordan in there if that floats your boat.
If you do, I'm going to change it. I'm going to take it right back out.
Telling you, vote Eve, Miss Chessmacher. Not a hard decision. What's your flavor? All right. For myself, Caesar Scorpio, the Invincible E. Vincent, thank you very much for watching. If we don't get to talk to you before then, have a happy 4th.
Take care.
See you guys next week.